谢谢所有现场的每一位好朋友，在今天4月11号星期六的下午，一起来到台北小巨蛋来参与本周我们与台湾大哥大一起携手推出的主场赛事。这一次非常开心看到这么多好朋友们一起前来支持林志杰选手，我们听一下自己的欢呼声好吗？1楼的朋友，2楼的朋友，3楼的朋友。 谢谢大家一起用行动支持，用进场来写下历史。这也是我们台湾篮坛史上第一次有职业赛事一起来到台北小巨蛋来进行今天的比赛。谢谢大家，因为票都完售了，再次掌声送给自己，可以吗？很开心看到这2天有这样的好成绩，可以有这么多人一起前来支持台北富邦勇士的主场，以及支持我们都非常喜爱的林志杰选手。你是从什么时候开始喜欢林志杰的呢？ 每一个人的开始可能都不一样，不过希望在这2天，我们都可以好好陪伴林志杰选手完成这2天的隐退赛事。尤其是在今天赛后也有精彩的演出，而在明天也有精彩的仪式，还有精彩的演出。希望大家有来现场的，提醒各位一个重点：早点进场，因为在场外舞台还有我们的周边商品都有许多内容要邀请大家一起好好来享受。谢谢各位，有再多的感谢，都希望大家在今天的比赛、明天的比赛，每一个回忆都可以跟杰哥写下不同美好时光。而在今日的赛前呢，依旧邀请到 Angels 带来精彩的演出，也是全新的歌曲，也要邀请大家别忘了用我们热情的掌声，还有 全场的手灯举起来，拿出我们的折扇，欢呼声，一起来欢迎富邦 Angels！
Gonna feel this every day. This that pretty girl mantra, this that flaunt. You just touched down and know it. Pretty girls on to drama, unless we wanna. It'll be dependent on the day. Pretty girls looking to defend, no, I'm a defender. Never let it catch no string. This that pretty girl mantra, she's that stun. I make you wanna swing both ways. Looking good and they got their own money. What? Pop your shit. This and my girls from the spot, so they got their own funding. What? Knock your shit. Run through your city, that motorcade. Soon as I enter, they close the gate. Presidential through your residential, bitch is nothing. Top of the food chain, boss in a new chain, this and a new thing, no sir. Money on stupid, causing a nuisance. You still on my own. Work, work, this might hurt. I sweat hot, wet t-shirt, extra laundry, scared of the dirt. Hit that jackpot, now I'm big. Come on, it's gonna be fucking hard. Come on, it's gonna be fucking hard. Jenny.
掌声送给富邦 Angels！
现在介绍双方球队登录名单。首先介绍客队桃园璞园领航员，球衣背号3号陈立生，5号陈将双，6号关达佑，10号林明威 12号李家康，13号谭杰龙，25号林正，31号阿迪诺，先发球员 Startify， 背号1号 Number 1丁恩迪，21号 Number 21博朗，24号 Number 24葛拉汉，30号白耀成，69号卢俊祥，总教练 Head Coach Caminos。 助理教练兼球员发展总监杨怡峰，助理教练黄启峰、陈世杰、谭伟杰、柯焕维，体能教练刘连杰、刘厚少，副领队兼球团发言人陈信安。 这个赛季，我们将再次挑战卫冕军团，无论面对多大挑战，永不退缩，拼尽全力，不留遗憾，为团队、为冠军而战。今年也将再次打造热血沸腾的勇士主场。
No matter the voices, the scars, the hardships, or the doubts. We stand as one. We fight as one. All heart.
，All brave, all hard。台北富邦勇士的球迷们，准备好了吗？让我听到你们的尖叫声！现在见到地主队台北富邦勇士球员登录名单，首先欢迎勇士吉祥物比尔。 欢迎球员出场，背号0号后卫东北角一哥蓝洋小跑车赖廷恩。 背号3号后卫，来自麻省理工 MIT 学霸 ，Number 3 Spencer Lee 林俊佑。背号6号后卫，帅气与球技兼具，国民姐夫吴永胜。背号8号前锋，防守大锁，逆流而上的鲑鱼 ，Number 8周桂宇。背号11号后卫，3分冷箭，锋芒内敛 ，KJ 洪凯杰。背号14号小前锋，真奇妙老爹，本土洋将，队长蔡文成。背号23号前锋，篮板怪物外籍生强纳森 ，Number 23 Jonathan Chikupe。背号55号，巩固禁区，绝不让步，破家师傅霍利菲 ，Number 55 Michael Holyfield。背号88号，本土中锋，酷帅高冷曾祥俊。Now introducing the starting five， 为各位介绍先发球员。背号4号，后场发动机，能 hold 住目光的全能后卫陈佑伟。背号1号，超强外籍生，体能炸裂的4号位大前锋 Big Mo 莫巴耶。背号10号，披荆斩棘的刀锋战士古德温 ，Number 10 Archie Goodwin。背号33号，来自加拿大 AKA 塞尔维亚中锋，内外出击扬科维奇 ，Number 33 Stefan Yankovic。最后介绍出场的是球衣背号12号后卫，勇士队精神领袖，永远的人气王，野兽林志杰。领队兼总教练许晋哲，教练吴永仁，助理教练林伟浩、陈立焕、梁兆轩，体育教练郑维娟，防护师林武章、彭玉明，球队翻译王义忠，训练员来恩远，总经理叶宗颖。
好的，在选手丢礼物给各位的同时，楼上的朋友也要小心哦，礼物战车准备要发放礼物给各位了。接下来一样要邀请大家拿起今天发放给各位的。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Welcome to Taipei Arena at the corner of Donghua and Nanjing as we celebrate the myth, the legend, the greatest of all time. Lin Zijie is his name. Yeso Beast is his nickname. Across his 20-year-plus career, it will now come to a close in the year 2026. Today's game is a rematch of last season's Plus League Finals, the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots against the Taipei Fubon Braves. We are in the Taipei Arena for the first time in Plus League history, and it will also be the first competitive professional basketball game at this arena. The #1 Pilots have clinched the #1 seed as they had a busy April with 10 games. The #2 Ghost Hawks have 21 games between their 2 last regular season games. The Braves have a chance to tie their season-high 3 straight home wins. Chen Ziwei and for most of the televisions, Jason Huang Cao are on the Mandarin broadcast commentary track. I'm Ryan Chen. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast of Plus League Basketball. 球迷朋友们，陈子威跟黄崇超的中文转播就在中文的转播链接。谢谢你的收看，记得 Plus League 转播都要帮忙按赞。Chen Ziwei is the head coach of the National Zhenzi University, Griffins, and he actually played 7 years against Beast in the Super Basketball League. And he shared a story that Lin Zijie was the very first Taiwanese player to start yelling and screaming on the court in triumph, and soon after others followed in his leadership. Here's the preparations that the Braves taking the time and the resources to dress up Taipei Arena, a very popular concert venue here in Taipei, and basketball-wise is the host to high school and collegiate championships, but once again, this is a special occasion for the sold-out crowd in 2 straight nights this weekend. It will end on 12 for 12. The arena was completed in 2005 and did host the NBA preseason games in 2009 and 2013. And we expect this to be announced sold-out crowd, beating the previous Plus League attendance record of 8,168 between the Braves and Lioneers on January 23rd, 2021, Hsinchu County Stadium. And there was the time-lapse time montage of the fans entering the building to where we have our setting right now from the floor. Of course, as part of the occasion, many souvenirs to be purchased and merchandise to be had. As Aaron Yang will
好，场边访问到的是篮球博士郑志龙，龙哥跟大家打个招呼。
Hello， 大家好，我是阿龙郑志龙。
好的，先来谈一下，今天来到这边，2天加起来27000人，这个是篮球史上第一次出现这样子的状况。龙哥敢讲是什么？
就非常的兴奋啊，
非常兴奋。那
就是台湾篮球其实起起伏伏，
对，
然后到了最近几年又重新的这么的热闹，非常开心。
没错，那可不可以来谈一下今天的主角志杰？对，那你对于志杰第一印象是什么？
我还在当球员的时候，志杰的名声其实在大学的时候就开始有出来。那我记得我那时候是从 CBA 回来吧，然后第一次跟志杰对上，然后志杰准备要攻我，那我大概是把我所有的力量都花出来了。前2次我都守住了，然后我的目的也达到了。第3次他就不来了。如果继续来，那我肯定吃别人。
非常特别的小故事。那我也记得龙哥讲过很多小故事，其中之一你说过穿12号8字要够重。那你觉得志杰的表现怎么样？
志杰的表现实在是太棒了，他大概跟台湾近20年的篮球是非常的 match。不管是台湾篮球的重新觉醒， 两岸篮球的交流蓬勃，到最近台湾职篮的这种百家争鸣，因为它，所以更加精彩，更加丰富。
是，那当然这2天主角是志杰，有没有什么话，龙哥简单的跟志杰说？
志杰，谢谢你，你也辛苦了。由于你的投入跟付出，让我们台湾的篮球变得很完整、很丰富。
好，谢谢龙哥，等一下开球加油，谢谢，谢谢。
再来看一下我们前后方的。
That was the former head coach of the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots, and of course, legendary player himself, Tony Chen Zilong. He said he was excited for the occasion, and it's quite a situation to find ourselves with Taiwan basketball going up and down.
责任感很重，都是藏在心里面的。像经常输球什么，他就会很不高兴，他会觉得说他是他自己的责任。
你加一个动作，可能还会用这个动作要想到第2个、第3个、第4个。是很天才的球员，
他能够影响整个球赛的输赢，也能够影响到我们的排名的名次。
他如何能够让一些不起眼的人也能够表现得很好，这个是他必须要去做。
OK 就 OK 了。
感性，这样子是哪一招啊？对啊，懂吗？太多人不敢哭，好不好？你以为啊？你以为我差点哭出来了。
And that was the VCR snippets from Taitu, the Taiwan beer close-in documentary where Beast began his professional career. You can check out the full version on the P.LEAGUE YouTube channel when you search P.LEAGUE official. Of course, if you're watching on the YouTube live stream, we appreciate you joining us. More comments from Tony saying that, sharing a story where when he returned from the mainland, Beast was his assignment to guard, and he's thankful that he stopped him a couple times, where eventually a younger Beast called it for that game in particular. Perhaps one of his greatest individual moves in the P.LEAGUE was the spin move through a double team. And other highlights from more recent times and many classic matchups against the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots, including Justin Lu Junxiang. Beast's career covers 786 regular season and playoff games, and by my count, approximately 11,400 points scored. And for the 9th time this season, he will be featured in the starting lineup. But first, the officials, You Haoping, Zhang Liyue, and Zhang Zizan, featuring the special edition basketball, thanks to Molten. Andy Ding, Alec Brown, Travion Graham, Bayao Chen, Ethan, and Justin Lu Junxiang will be starting for the Pilots. And on the Brave side, Stephen Yankovic, number 1 Baye, Archie Goodwin, Beast, Lin Zijie, and Jerry Miowe will start for the Braves. So after speaking with Aaron Yang, which we can share more of the interview as we go, he will throw up the first tip, but he needs some centers around him.
杰哥刚刚出道的时候，也是应该我从大陆 CBA 回来，所以那个时候有短暂的交流。那我记得他第一次跟我对阵，他连续2次要攻我，那我大概是把我那一场的力气都准备出来了，免得他持续攻我。还好过关了。 所以我那一场就过得很轻松，那也很谢谢杰哥这么多年来为了台湾 篮球的投入跟付出，台湾的篮球因为他而丰富，而更加棒。
谢谢龙哥。好，接下来我们就要进行今天的开球，我们邀请双方的跳手选手以及我们2位来宾一起合影一张。我们先看前方，一起合影一张。好，先帮我看正前方的媒体朋友。好，接着我要请总经理来到我身旁，我们要让龙哥来进行今天的开球。在我倒数3、2、1之后，我们就要请龙哥向上开球。让我们一起倒数3、2、1，请开球。好的，再一次掌声送给篮球博士郑志龙教练，也谢谢台湾代哥大林志成总经理。精彩的比赛马上就要展开，一起来为勇士加油 ！Let's go， 富邦一起来 ！Let's go， 富邦
！Played over in the mainland.
Let's go， 勇士
And his decorated career with the Zhejiang Lions got him the name the soul of the team. And the special edition black and gold jersey is giving me some of those soul vibes. Photographers out of the way, Yankovic and Brown in the jump circle. As we are underway from Taipei Arena. Ooh. There we go. Alec Brown ends up with the basketball as the sea of blue t-shirts commemorating the occasion. Justin Cross matched up on Yankovic. In their orange jersey has time to dump it off, and it will be an offensive 3 seconds against Amdi. Amdi and Mbaye, perhaps very familiar with this arena. They played for head coach of the Tsinghua University Griffins under Chen Ziwei right here in this building. As you're just tuning in, this is the first time a competitive professional game that counts. East on the catch, faces the defense, and will get a whistle out of the Pilots defending. First passing up Alec Brown, and then Justin rotating it over and help. A chance to increase his career point total, and our first score of the game. Even at his very youthful age of 43, he's still averaging 7 points in 18 minutes per game for the Braves. He goes 2 for 2, and the Braves featuring a 2-3 zone. Graham was stepping out of bounds. And so the Pilots come away empty. The Pilots had major turnover problems in their last game, not in the Plus League. It was in the Basketball Championship League Asian East. Attempt is up and in! And for the first time playing in this building, Lin Zijie has already got a couple of free throws and a 3-pointer. So in a way, it caused a little bit of a loose ball, and now again, Pilots turnover. The Pilots just played last Thursday, flew back on Friday yesterday, and I'd assume they came into the building for some shooting, as you see Yankovic get away with a tug. And there called for the foul, getting in the way of Travion Graham. The Braves are, by my count, M3 away from, or M4, excuse me, from clinching the at least 3rd seed in the Plus League regular season, which put him in the playoffs. Alec Brown puts it up and a miss. As Justin picks the pocket and gets the lay-in. The last time, clean, nothing but net. With a 8-2 lead, Justin tries to counter. Off target as long rebound out to Brown. Ethan will give it a try, and that's in. He's thought about it, now coming back for the basketball as Andy shoots. He's with a 3-for-3. The referee is definitely letting a illegal screen go. Anyway, trying to put pressure on Alec Brown as this turnaround is up and missed, and a foul on the rebound. It's going to be on Mo. And look, previously, Graham trying to maintain balance. Early on, letting out the Nuho. Out is the newest member of the Braves, Michael Holyfield, just announced 2 days ago. By trying it off the bank. Holyfield, a very good rebounding big. He also has better hands than most. Underneath the screen, this time off target, and it will be a foul blocking out. Holyfield's one of his first stats, a foul, going for the rebound. That time it almost looked like there were two pilots trying to block him out. Justin, quick fire three as Holyfield, an easy board there. So anyway, loose handles. Now he's backing down Justin. Ball gets loose. Graham got a touch, and Justin dives for it, falling out of bounds. 9.2 on the Braves shot clock. These two teams did face off in the last Plus League regular season game. That was on April 5th. Also at a different venue. It was Taichung's Intercontinental Basketball Stadium, typically a home of the Dreamers, but the Pilots needed a place with Taoyuan Arena's renovations still underway. Baye trying to go at Alec Brown, leaves it short. On the break, an overpass. Pilots not on the same page. And the turnovers are racking up. They had 23 in a 40-minute game against South China Athletic. These going baseline, and I don't know what happened there. On the deck with an easy block for Alec Brown. He looks more confused than angry. Let's take a look for ourselves. Getting past Graham. And it does look like he got tripped up on the layup attempt. That's not where the referee's eyes are usually looking. Up close, Holyfield in the corner, trying to back down Brown. He goes down with an easy lay-in. The Braves lead back to 8. Graham fakes right, going middle. All defense swallows him up in an easy block shot. Graham through there, waits Hanway will make it. And a 10-point margin is Andy with a two-handed jam. Ethan with the dime. He's given the space from the logo. Another one. Braves choosing to go, well, the Pilots, excuse me, choosing to go under on all these ball screens. Just into a cutting Graham, and he was fouled. It's almost like the Pilots are intentionally giving Lee-Tzu-Jie his chances. And he will head off, and conveniently we got the scoreboard right in front of us. An early 14 points. Next to Beast is, they kind of joked the parenting duo for the Braves. It's Winston. Hi, Winston. Zogway will take his place on the floor as they play a strikeout song courtesy of the Fubon Guardians baseball team. With the Pilots for a third straight season, Travion Graham. The first free throw and a wet spot on the floor. Graham did not play for the Pilots on a Thursday. It was Cedric Milner. After a 2-for-2 effort, Braves going again. Early on, their leading scorer and then Lee's leading scorer, number 10, Archie Goodwin, a rare touch. Not seen yet. Holyfield diving to the basketball and a holding foul. Trying to contend with Holyfield, who's got a cut inside of his mouth. And our first official timeout with the Braves. Up ahead early, and to the credit largely of one man, the man we're celebrating, Lee-Tzu-Jie, with an early 14 points. We'll be back after this. Pilots against the Braves from Taipei Arena.
有什么话要送给杰哥？高高的举起，将我们的祝福送给我们最喜欢的野兽林志杰。
And I get more ass than a toilet seat.
球给蛇，加油杰哥！我家杰哥最棒了，我们基隆人的骄傲。高高举起来，谢谢杰哥，谢谢你陪我长大。林志杰我爱你，林志杰我爱你，林志杰我爱你。哇，谢谢你用心的画作，非常好看。高高举起，欢迎市长。 一起来支持杰哥，球给志杰，青春不灭。
Mayor of Taipei, Jiang Wan'an, also in the building. We actually seen him many times for the high school and collegiate championships here. Holding up a sign to say, as long as Beast has the ball, our youth will never go away, or never cease. Well, Lee-Tzu-Jie's career high in the Plus League in three-pointers was 7, which also coincided with his career high 28 points on December 29, 2024 against Taoyuan Pauian Pilots. So where we left off, the Braves had a baseline inbounds. By it, catch and shoot. And a long rebound that Justin runs down. He drives into congestion as Holyfield rejects Artino. Going the other way, it's a right-handed tomahawk. Runs the offense. the block from behind, and KJ with an easy run-out opportunity. Coming out of the break, Willie Martino and number 5, Chen ranked for the Pilots. Justin misses short from the left corner as the Braves trying to expand on their lead. Josh from the left corner, too strong. Ended up on the LED boards of his own bench. And a blocking foul on Holyfield. Another look at Artino. Don't know who should get credit for that block shot, but I know Mbaye calling this place home. The Griffins now 5 consecutive collegiate championships. Chen Xiangjun and the Pilots counterpart in Ken Lington will check in for the respective teams. Yankovic will be returning to the floor as well. Two-time MVP Justin missing the first free throw. With that, he will head to the bench for Jackie. Little hammer action as Jack screens. Goodwin taking the contested 3 and nails it. So the lead just keeps increasing as Graham is called for traveling. There you see the Pilots 5 turnovers early on. And maybe there might be a tighter whistle on them defensively, but offensively, most of these turnovers are of their own making. Out of bounds, offensive 3 seconds, and traveling now. Jackie marking Goodwin, full court. On the switch, Owen takes him. Little left up as now Martino switch on the easy move, and a foul against Graham, who puts up his hands, calling his teammates down. And look, a good head fake by Chen Xiangjun to freeze even a smaller, supposedly more agile defender. And Graham, you see, take on the right wrist. Chen Xiangjun only a 43% free throw shooter this season on 42 attempts coming into tonight. The Braves have been asked many times in his return from Japan, how are they going to, and when are they going to increase his playing time? Well, he averages about 17 minutes per game. Jackie on the curl to Artino with a left-handed throwdown. So another highlight play for the Pilots, but they got work to do on the defensive end. Little double screen for Goodwin, who takes the mid-range 2, and that's a bucket. So with Beast on the bench, perhaps Archie Goodwin's turn. Went from the left corner after a dribble move, will knock it down. He played here in high school and college as a threaded backdoor pass, had no receiver. A simple high ball screen and nobody checking Artino on the roll. This time they cover it up as Chen Jiansong to a cutting Guandayo, clutching and getting the bounce. Jianzhuang starting in front of Goodwin. He botches the layup, but the Braves get another chance. Trying to take on Jackie. Facing two defenders, Yankovic with a catch and shoot, and that's no good. Jackie will take the shot, and it's over everybody's shoulders and out of bounds. Another previous look at a guard-to-guard pass in the paint for the Pilots. This time, Goodwin gives it up. Yankovic from the high post as they leave KJ wide open, and the lefty will chase his own board over the head, and I believe there was a foul called there. Kind of just throwing it into, throwing it at the basket, and if your teammate catches it, you stand a very good chance of getting fouled like so. So Jianzhuang maybe a little unlucky as he hit Jack on the way up, even before the contest. Zheng Xiangjun will get another chance at the line. And it is not working out. The 25-year-old from Taipei makes the adjustment. 28 points for the Braves. This is almost an entire Pilot secondary unit. Martino backing down as Pilots rotated the other way. Guan Dayo was fouled. And I believe it is on Jack. And the Braves actually now in the penalty. And look, Zheng Xiangjun missed with that reach. And a fellow 6-year pro killer, Guan Dayo, will shoot these free throws. Guan Dayo and Ling Zhen, Josh, and Zheng Xiangjun are from the 2020 class. Same year that this yours truly started a broadcast career. And would that make Lin Zijie and Holyfield will enter together? Holyfield was actually, funny enough, the problem for the Braves back in the 23-24 season as a member of the Lioneers. Lioneers took that last playoff spot in front of the, at the time, 5th place Braves. Yankovic immediately getting deep position on Brown as Guan Dayo threatens to a wide open Zhou. That's off target. And a foul on the rebound. It's going to be on Ling Zhen. Actually sent Holyfield to the line. Holyfield is the 9th import this season for the Braves, if you include Jerome import, their East Asia Super League Asian import. Perhaps the weak spot for Holyfield, shooting at the line. When he's with the Lioneers, 52% from the charity stripe. But he did average almost 11 points and 11 rebounds and 1 block shot. Featured in 18 wins to 10 losses. Trying to sneak it, and Beast was the man to steal it away. Up ahead and over passing Zhou. The camera just missed it as Peace was trying to wave Josh further into the corner as he had another teammate on the same side. You want to space out. In zone, Brown trying to screen, and it was a foul against Beast, trying to hold on to Alec Brown there. Pilots prevailed 79-76 against South China Athletic on Thursday. Brown rattles out the first free throw. Last season in BCL Asia East, the Pilots were the runners-up as they lost to the Haas Broncos in the championship. Otherwise, a perfect 6-0 in the group stage. And that spot still qualified them, as we see Lai Tian run point. Out to Beast with a high ball screen. And it's Li Jiakang with a pushing foul. See Li Jiakang initiate some hand action, and Beast, as Jackie was calling out, engaged in that bicep curl tug that the Plus League referees were committed to ruling out of play. So it kind of comes in waves. Anyways, as I was saying, the Pilots did qualify for BCL Asia, as the top 2 teams of BCL Asia East would move on. The Pilots 1 win, 2 losses, as Lin Zijie swishes that second free throw. And looking up at the board, 16 points. Alec Brown with the deep one. Now trapped in a double team, Holyfield the outlet. Trying to thread it to Yankovic as the Pilots get a deflection and a steal. In space, Alec Brown, driving kick from the corner. Dayo cross matched up on Yankovic. All the Pilots standing around as number 6 lets it fly. No one will be called for the reaching foul there.
Read the matchup. Read the matchup. It's a
Here, Yergi have a word with Killer about how to attack that mismatch. Well, if Holyfield will go 0 for 2 again, this is not the worst foul in the world. Pilots will bring in number 10, Wayne. Li Mingwei. Holyfield's teammates with the Lioneers include in actually a member of the Yankee Arc, Jamarcus West. As remember, Earl Clark, Deontay Davis, and of course the scoring leader, Micah Fever, along with a mostly local core that still remains with the team to this day. (31-19) is the score, as now in man defense, Jackie trying to draw a switch, puts it up and through. Alec Brown, even on his left, wide open. Li Jiakang, a much improved three-point shooter in the last couple of seasons, now up to 44%. He's thinking about it down, and close miss as Holyfield unable to puck is blocked. Yankovic's turn, his layup is no good. Alec Brown tips it to a teammate. It is Jackie, 12 on 12. The Pilots, number 12, will lay it in with the left hand. The Pilots close the gap to 7 points. Laying down the clock, Lai Tian hesitates. Back down to Yankovic. Out to Lai Tian from the deep corner and puts it through. Time running down, the Pilots won't put up another shot as 34-24 is your score. After the first quarter of the play, leads the Jet with 16 big ones to his name. Trying to get their first victory, if you can believe it, against the Pilots this season.
天很开心可以邀请到宇宙啦啦队一起来到现场，带给大家精彩的演出。接下来，所有现场的球迷朋友，用我们的热情掌声欢迎宇宙啦啦队！
It's a brand new day. Mirror tells me I'm on my way. Heartbeat racing, can you feel the sound? 宇宙帷幕台现在正展开。No more waiting, no more fears. 这一刻让我早已准备。把手举起 ，Get rising up， 大声呼喊 ，We're ready to shine。
热情掌声送给宇宙啦啦队带来的精彩演出，谢谢爱玉、黛比、亮亮、Coco、曼曼、菲菲、Lydia、华华、炫炫、Zoe、雨欣、安娜。再次掌声送给宇宙啦啦队。
现在在场边呢，为你访问到的是简伟如。来，伟如先来谈一下，过去曾经跟杰哥有当了一段时间的队友。对，那可不可以谈一下你心目中这个队友跟他的互动？
就是。 杰哥他话不多，然后会觉得他很凶，但是如果主动找杰哥请教啊，他都会很愿意的跟我分享，然后给我信心。对，还有3位很好的队友大哥，
对，有时候也会神来一笔，开了一些冷笑话了。对，这我们都知道杰哥的个性都这样。但是身为一个领袖人物的话，你怎么看他？他是什么样的领袖？怎么样的大哥来带领你？
就是很自律，然后以身作则，然后就是他有他在就可以把场上场下的节奏，然后会让我们感受到很稳定军心啊，然后
对，那如果出去玩的时候，他也是领袖吗？
也算是，可能
也算是
吃最多喝最多，
吃最多喝最多。好，那。 这个是一个难得的时刻，来到小巨蛋，你心里面应该也是有一些话想跟杰哥讲的。
就是杰哥，我从小就是你的粉丝，然后感谢你为台湾篮球的付出、贡献还有成就，然后你一直是我从小的偶像，然后你也是我的就是指标人物，这样就是会向你看齐。
谢谢伟如，也希望你接下来继续享受比赛。
谢谢。
回到场上。
That's Aaron interviewing former Brave Jianwei Liu or Louis Jian. Ball getting away, and the Pilots have it. Sharing that beast appears me as Tavion Graham misses the three-pointer, and Yankovic let it fall. One-on-one, a good win. Is fouled, count it. That will be Jackie's second personal foul. And look, a good outlet pass by Yankovic right to Goodwin's chest. And now the bonus free throw. Lewis saying that Beast might appear kind of mean, but he shares his experiences and cares about his teammates. He's disciplined, leads by example, and what you fans certainly can feel, has a presence out there. And also jokingly also shares that he leads the team by eating and drinking the most when they go out. I don't know if he is serious or not. A 43-year young man that looks very disciplined as an awkward rebound is deflected out to the Pilots. Look out, he's the kid. Taking a little bit of a tumble there. It was a foul first against Tavion Graham. You can't burn a number 12 candle too much. Archie Goodwin's first personal. He's second on the team with 8 points. Killer getting Yankovic in the air as Andy tried to tap it in. Braves have a break going. Baye trying to swim move and leaves the layup short. Yankovic trying to follow it up and puts it through. Screened for and switched on to Amdi as Pilots rotate to Wayne, puts it up for a miss. Goodwin will slow it up. Over the top pass to Yankovic on the flare screen, and it's clean. Yergi calling in a timeout with the Braves holding a 18-point lead over the Pilots. Everything going the Braves' way, as on April 11th and 12th tomorrow, we are celebrating the Beast, Lin Zijie's last season as a pro.
来，中间的朋友，有没有杰哥的铁粉？谁支持杰哥很久了？这边有吗？哦，很好很好。我想要给这一位球衣表光的朋友，还有吗？这边有吗？ 可以站起来，让我知道谁才是真正的杰哥铁粉，好吗？这边有吗？帮我选一位杰哥的粉丝。再来，篮筐后方的朋友。
One of the most satisfying victories Beast had for Team Taiwan. In the Plus League, a five-time most Mr. Popular.
篮球代表一想到就想到志杰这样子。
打球很狂野、很奔放、很有个人风格。
帅，大号三分球。
他是郭宝吗？
就是打球很疯狂，就是很狂野，对。
超大号三分球啊，野兽怒吼。
就是不管再累，或者是球队不管处于什么状态，他都会就是拼尽全力，然后带着队友一起拼这样。
印象很深刻，他把篮筐灌倒那时候，对，那时候从此之后就是觉得这个人很厉害，
一见钟情。
防守。
Some of the fans from Taipei Hoping Gymnasium on different days sharing their stories as Goodwin jumps the pass and will lay it in. Even before Yergi could get seated on the Pilots bench. Pilots with their 7th turnover as a team. Justin drives the kick to Graham. His 3 is in. Pauian Graham, a 40% three-point shooter. Beast drawing Alec Brown out. His deep shot off the mark and a tap rebound back to 12. Contested pass easily intercepted. Ethan dribbling over to Brown, slips and lays it in with the right hand. Finally, the Pilots getting a chance to run. Josh, and now Yankovic trying to give Beast a chance. Tough take, blocked by Brown as 12 keeps his footing, maybe running out of the little gas. Is going to be sub 4 by KJ. Alec Brown leads the league in blocks, 2.1 per game, and looked pretty easy there. Although, tough for 190 centimeter Beast to get a layup off of 216-centimeter Brown. Up close. A contested pass, and it's going to be on Graham, though. They're going to have a word with Baye. Let's see if they run a different baseline out of bounds play. KJ on the switch, misses badly. Picks up his teammate. Denied. Partial transition, there's matchups as Yankovic, an easy travel call against him. Had a smaller man on him, but that doesn't mean you excuse yourself from a triple threat. Roger back in charge of the Braves. This is his third game. Since coming back from the team lead role, PLEAGUE, though essentially runs as the general manager. That title's officially by Joe Ye as a contested layup. There's a stop for the Braves. Baye, one dribble, pass. Yankovic, after hesitating, draws a whistle. Take a look for yourself. See Yankovic hesitate, then see the C's part. Much more like a foul on the replay than live. Yankovic in the last game against the Pilots, 12 points, 8 rebounds. Leaves that first free throw short. And, hard in and out. Braves on the season, a 66% free throw shooting outfit as Martino in a crowd draws the whistle, flipping to that strong hand instead of going up against Yankovic, who came down to help. Justin on the jump pass. Actually, it turns out to be such a smart heady play. Yankovic out, Holyfield back in. Martino just grazes the rim. He was the player of the game for the Pilots' effort in Southport Stadium. 22 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 blocks. And given the context, Alec Brown fouled out of the game. William Martino playing a big role. Josh working with Holyfield in a two-man game. 3 is up and missed. See Roger right on top of the case of Holyfield getting tripped up by Justin. You can look now though for yourself. Justin, I think rightfully could take that step and slowed himself up. It is the defense's responsibility to run around the offensive player. Well, it does look unnatural. So, the other way, Jonah Morrison checking in and losing the handles of it. He's guarding Goodwin. The contested 2 is a bingo. Goodwin, relatively speaking, a quiet 12 points as opposed to the man of the weekend, Visa's 16. Kind of understandable. We're here at the Taipei Arena for the first time. Looped up pass as Alec Brown able to get it in. Ethan fouling Goodwin in the front court. Though of course, the Pilots contesting some funny business in that move. Get another look previously. Justin floating it to Brown. And I don't think I need to add more commentary to the Pilots showing their frustration with the officiating. Ethan's back on Goodwin, who's finally crossed the timeline. Got a screen from Holyfield into a free shot and it connects from straight away. Braves already with 51 points. Back pass, and another back pass is Artino. A little tic-tac-toe. The recipient from Justin through Ethan. Goodwin wants it again. Slips. And the Braves retain possession. And on the switch, Josh back out to wide open Goodwin. And that one dances out. Justin thought about the full court, and here come the Pilots. Rotate around to Justin, who had a look, and that one's in and out. Over on the left side, beats Jordan Morrison. Easy stop for the Braves. Buyouts blocked by Baez. Second in the league in blocks. Goodwin left wide open. Got it. And a timeout for the Pilots as the tired squad has got to make some adjustments. The Braves now led by Archie Goodwin's 20 points. The Pilots, with the league best 16 wins and 1 loss, are chasing the season 1 Braves, who have the Plus League's historic best record at 19 wins and 5 losses, or 79%. As we're getting to see the exploits of Archie Goodwin against some of the Pilots' reserves, and there you see a lack of effort there. Nobody going out to contest the shooter. Goodwin is the only import for the Braves that has not been replaced. And his ability to score and being featured tonight is demonstrating why. Of course, surprising to see third place team with such a big lead over the first place team, but the Pilots are 7 wins to 0 losses against the Braves. So as in baseball, you might suggest that the Braves might be due for a win this season. 3 times in Plus League history in the 8-game regular season series era. So basically just no season 2. 3 times has the team won every series, every game in a season series, I should say. Pilots against Lioneers back in season 3. Jonah and Justin back and forth. As let's see if they can it. They will. Justin over the shoulder, off the backboard, and into the cup. It's Taoyuan with the dazed and confused looks. Pilots will size down with Guandayo taking Alec Brown's place. That's something Justin is so good at after taking the contact, still having the wherewithal and the balance to put up a good shot. Justin gets the free throw as well, and he will take a seat on the bench. The year after, in season 4, the Kings had 8 wins to 0 losses against the Steelers. And then the year after last season, the Ghost Hawks had a perfect 8-0 against the Kaohsiung Steelers, now a defunct team from the Plus League. Ryan catch and shoot. As Holyfield back to Pauian, and another slam dunk by number 1. Wandayo spins a pass, and Mo trying to dive for the ball, but was also holding on the back.
Team penalty 2 shots， 在活动当中，阿迪诺2次罚球。
Mo will head to the bench with 3 personal fouls. I don't think the Braves mind that too much. Mo and Holyfield are the only players in this game with 3 fouls. Everybody else, 1s or 2s. Oh, don't forget the 0. Martino, that one dances out. Goodwin alone on the side against Ethan. Pull-up is no good. Flip back in by Taoyuan. The effort play by the Braves as Holyfield bumped and denied. And a foul. Only Artino's first, but you see the problem Holyfield poses against his opponents. Not only is he a strong man, but he has good enough hands to have control of the basketball. He'd be unstoppable if he was a high percentage free throw shooter. Well, he's turning this game around. He was part of the Braves that played against the Pilots. 6 games, 14.5 points, 15 rebounds as Artino up big and goes to the right hand for the gentle lay-in. Artino's 8 points leads the Pilots, who find themselves down by 20 in the first half. Obese feeling good enough. He will return to action with 4 minutes left. The Pilots only sustained 1 loss earlier in the season. That was to the Ghost Hawks. That was a game that Yergi admitted he was intentionally playing a rotated side, rest up for the game against the Yuku Golden Kings. Artino bats that one away from Holyfield. 3-on-3 up ahead as Wandayo elects to pull it back. Artino thought about it, keep the offense running. The Pilots' most points given up in a half this year, 57, as Artino misses the floater. The Pilots actually won that game January 11th against the Braves. And their loss against the Ghost Hawks, they give up 52 in the first half, then 36 in the... There's a block shot. Incredible hustle effort by Goodwin. Correction, the Pilots gave up 56, then 54 to the Ghost Hawks January 31st in their loss. The crowd showing their appreciation for Goodwin's hustle. Ethan trying to get around a block shot, or is it a pass? In any case, the Braves get another stop. He's running down court over to Zizek, who blows the player. He's in the painted area. Get it out as Goodwin will pull off a little bit. There it goes, number 12 of the board. And Wandayo, look out for the spin move. Drops it off to Holyfield, who leaves it on the wedgie. Your close-up look of the Rock. Braves electing to call timeout as the referee is looking out for some help. Another look at Goodwin's defensive effort. Correctly reading that Martino, the left-handed layup attempt, was going to be a dunk attempt, it looked like. This is the first time, if you can believe it, that the Plus League has played on April 11th. So we can put that into the history books, but there are a couple of games on April 12th. We'll get to it tomorrow. Well, there's a very different story than the last time these two teams played each other. A Pilots 99-87 victory. The Braves had a 6-point lead heading into the fourth, the largest blown lead by any team this year in the Plus League. The Braves went 2 of 20 and were outscored 27-9. Well, the Braves came ready to play and perhaps take advantage of the Pilots with some fatigue. Jackie driving into nothing. Giving it back to Martino as they try to get the switch. And a travel call. Not a good possession by that number 12. Lee Jae-kyung, last year's most improved player. Possession with a lot of him and not a lot of anybody else. He's driving, dumping off as Zhishang will blow another easy opportunity. Flipped up ahead. It's a race. Jackie able to corral it. Snatched up. Killer hesitates, up fake, over to Jackie. That's pretty good offense. But Taoyuan might have had a touch on that basketball. Last game was the lowest scoring game between the Braves and the Pilots. Either team reaching 100 points. Goodwin losing the dribble and taking his time, now facing two. Holyfield in the middle and the gun. Puts it back in as the goal settles down. Yeah, swung back in, trying to run the show as he gets it back from Graham. Can be thought about the jumper as Graham trying to hold off the defense. Will get a foul. More free throws coming up. Braves on their side, 9 for 17 tonight, and the Pilots actually a better mark, 9 for 13. Gonna look at Holyfield. I was just complimenting him on his hands. Zhishang was in the right position.
Is not recording. You can't be like that. It's not your work. It's not your work. It's a warning. It's not his work.
Unhappy with something
every time I come with the phone.
Maybe they had the wrong substitution out there.
He have to be doing his job, and that's not recovery. It's not his job.
Straight beyond it, no good. Here's the owner of the team, Mr. Lee. He's also the general manager, along with spokesperson, former general manager, Chen. And Graham sinks 1 of 2. Dead quiet in here all of a sudden. Maybe this will get the crowd going. Fake, beast, pump fake, still keeping his balance and puts it in. 18 points for Li Zijie. Not much of a sign of fatigue, harkening back to some legendary final games. Graham, a slow drive going, an easy denial by Yankovic. Good win, and he will not hit. Has had numbers, but Jackie finally threads it to Guandayo, who was hit on his shot. So after what was a good Braves defense to offense, but a miss. There you see Lin Zijie, even the face of Amdi, who's listed at 206 with long arms. Michael Singletary trying to replicate it from the bench. He's his teammate for now part of a 5th season. Was the Plus League's Finals MVP 2 straight years, and then the scoring leader. Season 3, the Braves also won the title. Guandayo getting some instructions as only 3 seconds left in the first half. Good Xiangjun over to Goodwin, but not a clean catch. And that'll be it for the first half. The Braves, in honor of Lin Zijie, give him plenty of opportunities, and he's delivered for the home crowd. 64-42 is your score at the conclusion of the first half. Time to take a break, and our halftime breakdown will be coming after this.
我们先请6位参赛者帮我移动到2楼黄区的走廊处来报到。另外提醒大家，先别急着离开去上厕所。在今天的中场时间，我们有为各位准备了精彩的演出，也是同样邀请到 Angels 的成员一起来到现场，带给大家精彩的演出。先别急着离开，因为在待会也会来关闭场灯，移动时也更加留意您的脚步。接下来我们要先来欢迎我们 Angels 的4位成员一起来到场中，让我们一起掌声欢迎雅维、大头、维新姐姐。 所有现场的球迷朋友，接下来用热情掌声欢迎 Angels 4位成员，欢迎雅维、大头、维新姐姐带来的精彩演出。Action.
Yeah. Yeah. It's brave sound. Drop it. We just want you to know how we rollin'. Say a lot of my girls out there. They got you. Venus. H-E-L-L-O. Venus. H-E-L-L-O. Venus. H-E-L-L-O. Venus. H-E-Hello Venus. 엉덩이를 좌우로 wiggle wiggle. 더 느낌 있게 빙글빙글. 조심스럽게 흔들어봐. 흔들어봐. 슬슬 엉덩이를 좌우로 wiggle wiggle. 더 느낌 있게 빙글빙글. 조심스럽게 흔들어봐.
fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now make it clap. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now make it clap. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Make it clap. Like that. Just throw hands, baby. Now make it clap, clap, clap. Damn, baby, you got a bright future behind you.
热情掌声送给两位大头维新姐姐。
We're here at Taipei Arena for the first time in Plus League history, and to our records, the first competitive basketball game that counts here in Taiwan. As Aaron Yang with another interview from inside the arena.
好，场边现在访问到的是体育主播张立群，磊哥，咱俩多久没同框了？
可能上个世纪了，
上个世纪了，那也都是因为志杰的关系，
对，
所以终于一起出现在小巨蛋。来，先谈一下好不好？身为一个也是 GOAT 的级的转播，这个主播你播过最印象最深刻志杰的是哪一球？
对，其实因为过去呢，在百馆时代，我们 SBL， 那我们播了很多志杰的比赛，所以对他的大号三分球啦，另外还有大转身的印象都非常非常深刻。对。可是我其实呢，自己在转播自己的比赛当中，印象最深刻的一球，其实是台湾历史上可能很多被大家拿出来看到的，就是在这个对卡达的那个亚锦赛。
礼物哎，
对，
那时候讲这句话，对，
就是他跟田磊，以往我们在百馆播比赛的时候，大家都知道是侠兽对决嘛，
对，没错。
但是呢，到了中华队，到了Team Taiwan的时候，那两个人当然都是我们中华队很重要的成员，对，所以他们其实私底下本来他们的感情就非常非常的好，没错。那默契当然就自然不在话下，所以我其实转播了这么多志杰的 play， 当然现在磊哥你问我。那个脑海很多
都涌出来，
对，都浮现在这个我脑海里面。但是最印象深刻的就是一个球。
好，那你觉得就是真的也是转播了20几年，这20几年来，你觉得志杰对于台湾篮球影响最大的是什么？
我觉得就是自律，他对他自己的自我要求。因为其实之前富邦访问我的时候，我也有谈过，就是说。其实我认识林志杰的时候，并不是在我转他 SBL 的时代，是他在 UBA 在文化大学的时代，所以毕竟是现在呢，在线上呢，应该没有几个人看过120公斤的林志杰。
对，没错，对吧？那个时候很胖，对，后来就生了金石起来。
是，所以志杰他生涯的轨迹其实跟一般球员是不太一样的。一般球员呢是因为他年纪的关系，他新陈代谢，然后会越来越宽。可是呢，志杰呢他是越来越精实。所以我想他是真正的把过去呢，其实台啤的态度然后放在这个球场里面，对，所以我对于他的自律，还有他对我自我的要求，以及身为职业选手的一个自觉，是我觉得他带给所有台湾篮坛最重要的地方。上半场先看他得18分，还要退休吗？
再战，
反正票已经卖了，对，明年要不要再去大巨蛋？
继续打下去。好，那最后一句话好不好？送给我们的杰哥。
志杰，我相信做出这个决定真的是很不容易了哈，祝福你然后退休之后呢，当然可以先带自己的家人好好的休息一下，出去走一走，然后再看未来你要做什么，祝福你。
好，谢谢包哥，谢谢。我们时间回到主播台。
So that is a long-time commentator here in Taiwan, 胖哥张立群 sharing that. He has vivid memories of Beast. The best of his recollection was the alley-oop pass against Qatar to his former opponent, then teammate Tianlei. Then sharing his best quality is his discipline to go from a 120-kilogram athlete, or about 250 pounds, to a specimen at 43 years young. Very usual to go from rounder to leaner in a professional's career. There's the first half stats where the Braves are blowing out the Pilots. There's a lot of elements that goes into it. We have points, field goal shooting, three-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers from top to bottom. The Pilots, in demonstration of their maybe fatigue, with 9 what feels like very careless turnovers. They've also had 8 block shots against, and are not very sharp from outside of 3 for 13. William Martino with 8 points leads the group. He's come off the bench. Justin and Travion Graham with 6 apiece. Alec Brown with 5, along with Jackie Lee Jiakang. Perhaps a down day for the Pilots. Meanwhile, the Braves, Archie Goodwin just having to steal the show with a big output in the second quarter for 20 points. He looks really fresh. Got a really good effort with that chase down block as well. Lin Zijie is the main man with, I believe, 14 points coming in the first quarter of play. It was really curious for the Pilots to be such gracious visitors, to go under on all those pick and roll defenses against Lin Zijie, who's on the season a 35% three-point shooter, and as you've heard from many of the fans, has exceptional range shooting the ball from outside. Maybe there's been a lot of suspense and tension. Lin Zijie letting out a yell early on, and the game has gone pretty much all Braves. The Braves are also in action tomorrow night at 5 p.m. here from Taipei Arena. They'll be taking on the expansion Yankee Arc from Hsinchu, not from New York. Keep an eye out as Beast's personal high in the Plus League was 28 points on December 29, 2024 against the Pilots. He also hit 7 3-pointers. He's already at 4 tonight, and a perfect 4 for 4 from the line. Who says he's never played in this building? The Braves looking to actually get their home record above 500. Right now sitting at 5-5, and can only, with a 5-game winning streak, at least even their overall record at currently 7-12. So a little ways to go, but they're looking good tonight, and we will return after this break here from Taipei. from the very top of Taipei Arena with a capacity of, we estimate, we'll see what the Braves announce, but 15,000 in attendance for tonight and tomorrow to have the regular season home send-off for Lin Zijie. See all the signs around, and if you can catch it, the merchandise and giveaways also featured. Beast and the Braves out to a big lead over the #1 team in the Plus League regular season. That has been locked up by the Pilots with their last victory against the Braves. But on perhaps a little bit more celebratory mood at home. It's our chance to feature two of the top guys from their respective teams. Beast on the left and Justin on the right. Beast with 18 points and 1 dime on a 5 of 10 shooting. He probably could have more assists if his teammates can help finish it off. Meanwhile, the Pilots and Justin kind of having a struggle, as we mentioned. Justin with 6 points, and is that right? 3 or 4 rebounds. Oh no, that's 4 assists. Gotta go back to school for me. 2 of 6 shooting. In this game, the Braves are leading the Pilots 26-20 in points in the paint. That really can't sustain for the Pilots' overall game plan. Beast has been a beneficiary of a very concerted effort by the Braves. They're setting a lot of ball screens for him. And like I said, especially in that first quarter, the Pilots would go under it almost every single time, and eventually Beast would also gain some confidence to attack the painted area as well. As a reminder, the Pilots are perhaps fatigued. They played 2 games last weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Then they had to fly to Hong Kong and play on a Thursday night. And after only a 1-day turnaround, now are back in action here from Taipei. Well, given that it is Lin Zijie's final season, some of his top accomplishments includes being a 2-time SPL champion, 3-time Plus League champion, and a 5-time Mr. Popular, and internationally most significant, the All-Star of the Asian Games, or the Asian Championship back in 2013. On Justin's ledger, last year his first Plus League title, 2-time Plus League MVP, and a 3-time Plus League first teamer to go along with East Asia Super League's best 5 2 years in a row. And kind of like Beast, Justin nearly averaging 20 points in the Plus League this season, as Beast was a scoring leader back in his SPL days. We'll see how Justin, and if he remains with the Pilots, how that team will kind of run the show here in Taiwan and in Asian basketball, as the Pilots are now back-to-back runners-up in the East Asia Super League as well. Well, some of leading candidates for their squads. Justin, 28 years old, is the oldest local player for the Pilots. For the Ghost Hawks, actually changing teams, number 23, Chen Pauian, or Phil, is also a wing shooter, and the youngest entry, the first overall pick in the last amateur draft in the Plus League, went to the expansion Yankee Arcs, and Warren Yeweji, only 20 years old, still got a long way to go, but at nearly 200 centimeters tall, and at times can get pretty streaky hot. Perhaps the Plus League could look towards other heroes on other teams as well. So in about 3 minutes, we will have the start of the second half of action, as plenty of honorees and attendees will also be featured in the next day and tomorrow's action as well. So we'll play the following messages for you, the viewing audience, and return with the second half after this.
接着提醒大家看向大荧幕，拿起手机，只球给志杰，也要票给志杰。人气王票选已经正式的开跑了，提醒大家每天 请大家将手中那一票要赶快投给杰哥，赶快一起来帮杰哥完成连霸的连霸！现场的朋友们，现在就打开那个手机扫描大荧幕上方 QR code， 谢谢大家。观
众来看，快点！
看一下大荧幕，邀请大家将卖票连续最佳票给勇士，不管是在旁边还是在主站，都谢谢大家的支持，也希望各位可以将手中的那一票给台北方勇士场。
Braves and the Pilots from Taipei Arena to celebrate Lin Zijie's retirement, impending retirement, as he drives and kicks out to Mbaye, who knocks down the three. Mo's collegiate coach, Chen on the Mandarin commentary. I'm Ryan Chen, your English play-by-play broadcaster. The Braves had as much as a 23-point lead. And just like that, it is 25 here, and make it 27 as Archie Goodwin gets all the way to the cup. Now, neither team spent much time in the locker rooms. Probably not much to say as a stop for the Braves. Goodwin left the dribble behind, and Malcolm Mo feeling hot, make it 2 in a row. Pilots just trying to get on the board here as Justin is wide open from 17 feet on the right elbow. Holyfield in to start the second half with the Braves. He's the newest import as Beast putting the dribble on Graham. Now Goodwin with Ethan on him from the left corner. Turnaround shot, will get the bounce. The Pilots only lost this season came 26 to the Ghost Hawks, 110-84 as Alec Brown with a tough fadeaway. Mo driving, and a holding whistle, maybe on the reach. Andy, who is often put in the Pilot starting lineup, but averages just 18 minutes per game, and I feel like that number is going down in recent weeks. Trying to get his bearings. But the Pilots do have the option to bring in William Martino off the bench, so that perhaps goes into consideration as Mbaye connects on the first free throw. It's always noteworthy to see what footwear Linzijie will wear to the arena and wear on the floor. Maybe he gets to pick the jersey colors as well. To Alec Brown, who down to 3. He's starting to get hot. That's 2 jumpers in a row made by Brown. Goodwin driving on Justin, keeping his balance to a tough fadeaway from the corner as it's Holyfield who was actually committing the foul. That's his 4th personal, even though it appeared like he had a pretty good rebounding position. Here we see Mbaye with a pretty decent contest, and yet Alec Brown's long arms shot much better. There we see Andy kind of from behind. Maybe there was something going on before that blockout effort. Brown probing, now firing away, and it buries another shot. Well, the Pilots deficit now down and back to 25. Quick handoff action. Goodwin gets the switch, now passes out of it. Yankovic, he does have the range. Now we'll leave it up to Taoyuan from 18 feet. Got it. Number 4, Taoyuan with the team since 2024. Is 4th in the league at 4.7 assists per game. Justin drive clutching over to Andy and hangs on and leaves it in for the and 1. Justin also actually on the leaderboard for assists per game. Just as mentioned, almost 20 points per game. How about 4.6 times to go with it? Here you see drawing 2 defenders and a good enough pass as Andy with the good hands now at the line. He averages 3 points and nearly 7 rebounds in the Plus League season. Braves quickly get the ball ahead with Goodwin, guarded by Justin now. Wants to get it on the handoff. Goes to the Yankovic, he hesitates, now backing down Justin. Out to Goodwin, Pilots forced to rotate. KJ drives, puts up a line shot, but the lefty somehow getting it to drop. Of all the shots we've seen today, that might be one of the more incredible ones. Add that one to the Justin and 1. Now Graham's got to post up on Goodwin. The shot is Andy in good position, gets the putback. Oh, they pull up 2, a line drive off the front rim. Things have stabilized for the Pilots after the Braves went on an 8-0 run to start. Justin working on Mbaye, the fadeaway off short. Rotated around, Yankovic. Weird handle as look out, and a collision ends up with the Braves turning it over on the foul. It's on Yankovic, his 4th personal. The Braves will have to start some rotation as both their import bigs with 4 personal fouls. But they still maintain a comfortable lead against the now champion Taoyuan Pauian Pilots on their second go-around. It's a party atmosphere inside of Taipei Arena where the Braves had more giveaways, getting the fans going. Credit to the fans for dutifully putting on the blue shirts, show their support for Beast, and to commemorate his final go-around as a pro. They're in a comfortable lead over the Pilots. Showing some life as you see some of the poster boards featuring the newspaper front page of the sports section, the victory over China. I believe they did so twice, not only in the Asia Championship, but also the East Asia competition. Now that only features 4 teams, so a much smaller field and not as much stakes. Still a pretty cool mark. Pilots have the ball right out of the timeout. Braves with 3 team fouls, and like I mentioned, 2 imports with 4 personal fouls, including Holyfield, who's fresh back in. In some trouble, the Pilots see their offensive clock run down. A clutching runner by Yao-Chen was way off the mark. Mo attacking the gap, and not on target as Holyfield, as impressive as he's been in his debut, only 1 for 6 from the field. Justin attacking and not getting the call. This one looks like he intentionally had a bad handle on it, and a tough jumper from 8 feet away. Hamby from the high post looking to feed Brown. Not on the same page though as AB from the right corner. No good. Under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Mbaye out of a what looked like a triple team to Goodwin. He's hit on the shot. And the defense there. He'll go to the line. Both teams have substitutions incoming. Hamby has 3 personal fouls. You see caught with his hands down and then reached to get back in the picture defensively. The Braves have won every quarter if we assume this is the end point of the third. 34-24 the first quarter, 30-18 the second quarter, and 18-13 here in the third as Jeff Wu will be at one of the guard spots for the Braves. Goodwin leads the league in scoring, leads the league in field goal attempts, and leads the league in free throw attempts. Tonight he crossed 200 free throw attempts in so far 20 games played. A lot of free throws. His usage rate, 34%. Almost feels like it could be higher. Drive and kick offense to Zhenjiang Shuang from the right corner. That rolls in and out as Holyfield strong with the rebound there. KJ, despite a hand in his face, lofted up for a miss. And he ghosts the screen with Graham, who took a little bit of contact there. Probably would have preferred a screen as Martino trying to bump for position with Zheng Xiangjun. He does draw the whistle, but he's got some words with the crew chief. Don't know what that's going on over there. Braves now will be in the penalty from now on. KJ too aggressive, he fouls and will put the Jiakang at the line. Pretty smart by the Jiakang right after the foul, doing the swing move against KJ, who's a very handy defender. And we will head off. Lin Zhen will take his place. Jackie coming in tonight, a 78% free throw shooter and averages 13 points per game. Scored at 9 in the Sunday game against the Braves. He did have 5 personal fouls. He's the Pilots' #1 perimeter stopper. Well, Irgi might also contend Bialton does a great job as well. And there's a broadcaster's jinx, but Lin Zhen pulls down the board to an open Graham. He leaves it short, but on the contest, Archie Goodwin ends up committing the foul. Goodwin trying to contend that Brown contorted his follow-through to draw the whistle. Well, take a look for yourself. There's Graham with the shot. Sure was a pretty wild contest by Goodwin, trying to fly by and end up flying into the landings area. Well, that's the Pilots. 3 straight misses from the line. You're not going to make a comeback without taking advantage from the charity stripe. 11 for 21 are the two teams. Always now a painful thing to look at free throw percentages in Plus League. Martino will be whistled for the foul on the rebound. Plus League, not a place for good free throw shooting. Goodwin with the screen from Holyfield. Putting on the Jets, down to Holyfield. Artino stops him and forces it out of bounds. Graham will get a break. Guan Dayo will enter the fray. Download Artino. Probing, going baseline and off the window and good. Well, Martino finally a double-digit scorer after leading the Pilots in the first half. Brown has 12. Jeff Wu, a dribble pull-up 2. Nice. Jeff Wu really stood out in the Braves' victory over the arc. With a very efficient, I believe, 8 off the bench. Air ball for Guan Dayo as Beast and a couple of teammates ready to check in. Goodwin with a tough scoop, and we're going the other way. Owen across to Jackie, and he coaxed a foul out of Goodwin. Trying to convince the official it was a 3-point shooting shot. 3-point shooting foul, I should say. That's going to be Goodwin's third personal. Might have a little bit of a case.
Please make some noise.
原唱的声音借给勇士们一起来！
Beast is back in. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter as finally Li Jiakong ends the free throw missing streak by the Pilots. There we see is the Brave side looking back into the arena. And Li Jiakong draining the second. Yankovic and Holyfield in together as Yankovic will bring it across the timeline. Zhou Guiyu nearby. So they have a 3-man stack, a double against Beast. No look pass to Yankovic. To Holyfield who lays it in. Holyfield now at 7 points on his Braves debut. Martino switches the screen as Chen Jianshuang from the mid-range clanks it. They switch sides as Jackie trying to deny Beast the ball, and a look out falling into Yergi, taking the ball out of bounds. I think all of Taiwan basketball appreciates the 6-foot-tall Bass coach to cushion Beast's fall out of bounds. Guan Dayo and Lin Zhen ball screen as Killer turns the corner. Over to Jackie. A lot of pounding of the rock now. There's some room, and I don't think that touched the rim. Outlet to Beast. In space, crossing over Guan Dayo. He's hot, and we'll have to earn it from the line. And a look. Beast, I think, almost prefers that lefty drive as trying to contend. A lot of ball there. Certainly an advantage that the Braves created with that initial defense. Remaining perfect from the line, Lin Zijie, 5 for 5. And with that, up to 20 points on the night. Only 100 seconds left here in the third quarter. Entry pass to Artino. Zhen Xiangqun nearby. Dumping it off as Lin Zhen was hit. Looked like he was on his way down, not on his way up. Getting some rotation minutes as of late. Vincent, for 3, I believe almost 4 seasons in the Plus League, was the youngest player in the Plus League with a birth date of July 25th, 2000. Even younger than Jonah Morrison at June 2nd. And even younger, look out. A bunch of bodies go down, including Lin Zijie. As tempers now flare. Martino will end up falling over Lin Zijie, who's now taking exception. Don't know what's going on underneath the hoop. Now Roger taking up his case. We're going to need to replay to review what was going on. We definitely know the result of it.
I don't know what happened. AJ. I don't know what happened.
So, while things were slowing down, we get ourselves a little bit of agitation. Definitely looked like a curious case with Lin Zijie going to his hands and knees, knocked down on that play, and then Lin Chen ended up with a free jumper. A technical foul was assessed against the Braves, but we'll see it again. See Beast on the block. He was cut under as Li Jiakang and Taoyuan end up tangled up together, and then Jackie protecting Beast until awkwardly Artino trips over him. And then it seems like Beast took exception to Artino stepping over him instead of stepping behind. I'm more thankful that the fall by Beast didn't result in an injury. Well, the awkward thing is, in that very moment, it was not a dead ball, so Artino perhaps had going back on defense in mind. Perhaps the referees might adjudicate something, but you see the tackling for the rebound by Li Jiakang and Taoyuan, which upended Beast, is really the big problem. And right now, the 5 players on the court coming together with actually Beast and Artino not too far apart from each other. As now handshakes will be exchanged. Beast with Irgi and right now Jackie in conversation with Roger. To me, it looks like a nothing burger. Not very tasty, but you know what it is. Only if there's contact between Lin Zijie and Artino will any foul necessary be adjudicated. Because here, I mean, it's awkward, but perhaps you could call a foul on Artino for stepping over an opponent, but didn't look malicious.
经过回放检视，阿提诺横跨的动作给予一次技术犯规。刚才bench席区主教练给予富邦主教练因为咆哮给予一次技术犯规。2个犯规抵消之后，原控球棒球。
So there will be a technical against Artino for trying to step over a Beast. Again, it's awkward, but maybe not egregious.
And Beast is the first saying it's nothing.
So the technical was against Roger, and that will cancel out any free throws. Guess they just wanted to postpone and let the performers in the post-game concert have some more time to get psyched up. So ball put back in play as the Braves continue to enjoy a sizable lead. Beast getting the elevator screen as Jackie stays put. Got one in the air, stays clean. And a fight for the rebound goes right to Yankovic, who tries to beat Artino, and to no avail. Steal by Jackie. Here come the Pilots. And a foul by Wu Yongsun will put the Pilots at the line again. The Braves, as we mentioned, have a points in the paint advantage, but it's not coming from their import bigs. Archie Goodwin, 8 for 13 from 2. Yankovic and Holyfield combining for 23 rebounds, but only 3 for 10 from 2-point range, as Lin Zijie will get a break. Beast in a interesting contentious situation earlier. Taking an exception to being stepped over. I think one thing that the refs could have done was to blow the whistle dead, and so Artino then could elect to back up from Beast instead of stepping over. Li Jiakang now up to 8 points on his night, still in charge of guarding Goodwin. Fake handoff to Josh, as now Jeff does get the handoff and ball screen, trying to recover. Pass doesn't arrive. Time running down. Josh shot him in the air. Good late clock pump fake there. It's Bandayo's second personal. Had a pretty good shot at it. Josh out of Hsinchu. Put that free throw nice and high. Very much an all-arounder, averaging 6.6 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Trying to fix his free throw shooting percentage, though, as you see Beast perhaps feeling some discomfort in his lower leg, getting stretched out there. Interesting feature as the basketball playing surface is brought in, so always elevated. Tough take with the left hand, off glass and good. Time running down, a quick push pass to Goodwin. Time expires and the referees are waving it off despite the home fans letting out a cheer. Thankfully, nobody ended up hurt. It looks like our photographers are all right as well. So 90-65 as the Braves expand on their lead. With 5 more quarters for Beast's home send-off here in 2026.
来看一看我们场上，一起来致敬我们心目中最支持的野兽林志杰，跟着杰哥比出一样的动作。来，两位朋友跟着杰哥双手摊开飞翔，露出灿烂的笑容。这位朋友跟着杰哥一起敬礼，可以看到我们会秀出杰哥在场上许多的经典时刻，邀请被拍到的球迷朋友一起来跟着杰哥做出一样的动作。来了，各位朋友，双手跟着杰哥一起摊开向上，露出灿烂的笑容。下一位朋友跟着杰哥飞送，指向正前方。来了，下一位朋友跟着杰哥一起开心的大笑，哦，非常好，表现得好。下一位朋友跟着杰哥一起怒吼吧。谢谢你的作品。来了，两位朋友，跟着杰哥提着你的脑袋。来了，小朋友，跟着杰哥，将手向上指，一起怒吼。每一个精彩瞬间都是我们心目中最支持杰哥的每一个精彩画面。双手跟着杰哥向前比。非常好，来，跟着杰哥一起握拳。
Only 5 more regular season games left in the career for the legendary beast, Lin Zijie. Trying to work off some kind of discomfort after playing for, as of this point in the game, 20 minutes, and with a hard effort, and also quite agitated by that awkward exchange with Willie Martino after the free throw attempt there by the Pilots. Alec Brown back in for the Pilots. As they strip of the basketball, here come the Braves wearing a black and gold jersey set. Pass meant for Goodwin goes through, and now after a couple pump fakes, close miss as Pilots combine for the board. Brown throws it right to the hands of Josh, and we have a 2-on-1 up ahead. KJ with a strong left hand, catches it for his 5th and 6th points on the night. Owen tried to drop it off to a teammate and end up bounce. Now over to a cutting Alec Brown, off the window, and somehow falls through with the extra credit. After just 52 seconds, Jackie's out. Wayne is back in. You see Guan Daiyou, sometimes the Pilot's best passer, as you see Holyfield try to reach out and force a miss. Foul was not on Holyfield, however. He still has 4 here in the stadium scoreboard. Trying to go oop as KJ knocked over. Linton kind of jumped in the play, and referees will have a conference. It was certainly awkward. And Pilots basketball in the end. All 5 Braves were trying to stay on that side. Meanwhile, Roger not abreast of what was going on. Brown got around a couple of defenders, out to Linton, his 3-point attempt off iron. Looped up to Holyfield, power dribble, and no on the putback. Who fouled now? It's Holyfield again. You know, look for yourself. Holyfield, that left arm comes down on Brown, and a good catch by the officials. Pilots back on offense, loop it up to Brown at the high post, guarded by a smaller defender, out to Ethan. The line drive will bounce out. Goodwin giving and going in the full court. Now he's got Brown in front of him. Mo one to the post up, Linton. Goodwin shot. No, as Yankovic can't finish. They say defenders were all upright. 4-on-3 up ahead as Wayne with a reverse lay-in. Pilots taking advantage of the chaos and confusion. Trying to drop it down low, and it's Mbaye countering a reverse with his own reverse. I guess he just reversed the reverse. Wayne now getting the high ball screen. Driving, dumping it off to Ethan, who, you say, hit it out of bounds, had it hit out of bounds on cleanly. Ambi will return to the fray. Anyway, side of the backboard, following his own miss. Needs some help as the clock expires on the Pilots. One thing about some of these Pilots backups, not very proficient in the scoring department. Missed by KJ. Graham from the left corner, Butter. Finally, the Braves get the scores table and the refs' attention. It's a 21-point lead with 8:28 on the clock remaining in the game. Time to catch our breath as the Braves still with a big lead over the Pilots. Over his career, Lin Zijie was also a 7-time All-Star in the CBA in the mainland for the Zhejiang Lions. Across his parts of 11-year career there before returning to join the Taipei Fubon Braves. Fortunately, his first ABL season had a major injury. Oh, I see how this works. You just need a point number 2, as you see Beast's family featured just now. His wife and 4 kids in the building. Let's see what adjustments Roger and the Braves make here in the 4th quarter. The Pilots have a 8-4 run going. Trying to cross screen to get Yankovic open. Underneath, got better position and is fouled by Amdi. Yankovic trying to hit his first free throws on the night. Previously was 0 for 2. There it goes. He now has 6 points to go with 11 rebounds and 4 assists. Ethan dishing it to Wayne, got one in the air, and with the left hand, he's much more proficient close to the basket than with the jumper. Little show by Brown as Yankovic hands off to Goodwin, and Mo ended up on the floor, but they're just going to call. Initially, they just called out of bounds. Now, all 3 referees converging for our conference. no foul despite Mbaye taking a tumble. And now Irgi will challenge the out-of-bounds call. If the Pilots get away with a common foul, this would be a good challenge, because you would expect on a true out-of-bounds play, you're going to look at who's in bounds, who's out of bounds, and how the ball bounced out. The TV audience, you'll get to see it before those in the arena. You see Goodwin eye up a backdoor situation. It does look like it passes through Andy's hand, as you see Andy, or I should say Mbaye. Perhaps he wasn't fouled. Andy and Graham are the closest Pilots. Sure looks like Andy's hand shoots it up. It's pretty obvious to me. And then over here on this side, it looks like Taoyuan avoids any contact with the basketball. Sometimes Irgi will call the challenge just to talk to his team. Looks like he thought he might have had that out of bounds. I'll go to reduce his percentage, as it's nice to see Beast and Winston share a laugh. Going baseline, KJ not find his mark on the backboard. Down screens as Ethan dishes out to Graham. This time a clean flyby by Goodwin. It didn't affect the shot, as Travion Graham bottoms another three. He's got 12 as Mo falling as he passes. Using his hand, Archie Goodwin able to hit the three. Goodwin has now hit 4 triples, equaling a beast on the night. Good counter spin by Wayne, and he blows the layup. Pace increasing as KJ puts up an early one and rolls it in. They're starting a three-point party. Back pass to Amdi, who was fouled from behind. Looks like Beast is ready to go again, this time with a smile. We'll see how long he goes with the team already up by 24 points. Well, like I mentioned, he's played, if you believe it, only 20 minutes. Certainly have an outward impact with 20 points in those 20 minutes. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Andy will get the Pilots to 80 points on the night. Beast is on the left side as the actions with Yankovic. Couple dribbles, puts up a wild one. Flying down court. Wayne will be called for a carry. Getting a little fancy there. The Braves try to get organized. Goodwin, Iverson cuts as Beast on the weak side stays put. Step back jumper out of Alec Brown's hands. Kind of rare to see that Beast not even getting a touch in 2 possessions. Meanwhile, perhaps Justin's night is over. 18 minutes and 23 seconds played. Mo, quickly hand off to Goodwin. He cuts and missed the layup. Alec Brown contesting and looks like, hold on a minute. It's Pilot's ball. I thought I saw 4 Pilots go for the rebound. Ball inbounded. It is now a moot point. That's the Braves foul. That'll be their 5th as a squad this quarter. Yeah, considering the Pilots are the lowest free throw percentage team in the league at 63%. And that mark is even lower at 18 for 31. Not the worst thing in the world. Maybe I miscounted the fouls. Brown, no luck from 3. Pilots sub 30% from downtown as Beast picked up the dribble. Jerry stopped out to Yankovic. A clean catch and shoot. Can't make it. Beast gets a gentle screen from Andy as Ethan counter spins and puts it up. It falls with a right hand fadeaway. Still a 20-point game. Pilots have made it a lot more respectable here in the 4th. 17-12. He's getting the screen, flips it out to Goodwin. To the corner with Mbaye. He's almost got the rebound now. The Pilots settle into the half-court offense. Jonah Morrison ready to come in, and Michael Holyfield for their respective teams. It's Alec Brown from deep. He's got 18. He draws a double team as Goodwin puts it up. No luck, and contact there on the rebound, not called. Under 4 minutes to play. If the Braves take the victory, they will advance to 6-12. Remember, they had a 9-win, 1-loss finish last year to leapfrog the Ghost Hawks as Graham sinking a 3. And well, hold on a minute. It is now a 14-point game. Maybe the Braves out there have been out a little too long. They're showing some signs of fatigue. Timeout on the floor. One of the keys to that late season comeback was the Braves' local players scoring as we listen in.
Right here. 3-5. Start 3-5. Start. 3. More, you're here. More side corner. Jerry here. That's quick. After you go, they're going to get here. Inside the first one. So if you don't wait for me, you can attack, just attack. Right here, you cannot attack. Please, go up. After you pick, you always roll. You know when they roll. If you don't shoot, you roll, come back to the No. No. If Beast cannot shoot it, you have to go. You try, steady. You go middle. Okay. Hey, we got to score, all right? Let's go. Let's go.
How much of the Pilots come back? Well, how about a 23-12 fourth quarter? Here in the 4th, 4 made 3-pointers and a perfect 3 for 3 at the line are the Pilots, and that's after committing 4 turnovers. Meanwhile, the Braves talk about showing signs of fatigue. 4 for 17 and only 1 turnover. Goodwin's got Ambi on him, goes right, finds a little crease and lays it in with the left hand. Jonah got one in the air, drive and kick. Awkward pass as Wayne still in there, gets the Graham screen, he pops. And an aggressive move by Bai to get the steal. 5-on-4, and the Pilots get a takeaway. Wayne going to the left crease, and then another lay-in. So quickly answering Archie Goodwin's ATO layup. Under 3 minutes to play. Holyfield blocked by Ambi, and everybody tumbles on the floor as Beast. Look what I found. Actually, look what I stole. Ambushing Ambi, who got an impressive block on import big, and no outlet passes for the Pilots. There you see Ambi just timing up Holyfield. That was on Ethan, his second, as unfortunately for Beast, tonight's not the night. By that I mean not a perfect free throw shooting night. 6 for 7 is still not too shabby. Born on the East Coast, end up in Geelong for high school and National Wenhua University up the mountain of Yangmingshan. Jonah Morrison, a quick catch and shoot 3. Pure. Oh, the Braves lead is just 12. Jonah's Pilots project recovery, or I guess a reformation project, going from being a big with the Dreamers and the DEA to trying to play small forward more or less. Goodwin ambushes Graham, and he's got a breakaway, a two-handed jam, and create some space. Awkwardly under 2 minutes, the referee's making the Pilots take it out of bounds again with a clock issue. There you see it was under 2 minutes when Goodwin got the steal. And oh, he touched up the basketball. And so with 1:48 left on the clock, the anecdotal father of the team will give way to the anecdotal mother of the team, Taoyuan said. Beast will end the night with 21 points to his name, as the Pilots turned it over again on the dribble. Taoyuan said he stopped, and Holyfield will pick up the laundry, so to speak. Ethan shaking Winston, a runner left way short as Ambi by the mid-range, still off. Sneaking a pass to Winston. You know, the crowd wants to get number 14 involved. 1 minute left as Archie Goodwin finds some daylight, and easy does it. Goodwin with 35 points on the night. Jonah flicks it to Mo, who puts it in softly. Good connection between a couple local bigs in this lineup, I should say. With this loss, the Pilots will drop to just 16-2. Still trying to get 4 wins to beat the Season 1 Braves as Archie Goodwin stays hot. splashes the jumper. And it looks like a 114 will be for the final of this game. Stick around, folks, as on the post-game rundown, we do have Linzijie. More content for him. It's going to be perhaps him in the post-game as they defeat the Pilots 114 to 95. Let's see how well Beast recovers for tomorrow's action against the Yankee Arc. We'll join the line for high fives and handshakes with the Pilots. This is the last time they are playing each other this regular season, and if the season ends right now, the Braves will have to defeat the Ghost Hawks for them to play each other again. And Beast and Artino will high five and hug it out, maybe just a thing of the past. Time to wrap the game up and start their focus on tomorrow, whereas the Pilots, their next game is April 19th in Tainan against the aforementioned TSG Ghost Hawks. Maybe the Pilots could catch their breath, having played 4 games in the last 8 games. Mr. 43 years young, in charge of the celebratory selfie. We'll see if he has any giveaways as well. So despite having 21 points, his personal season high, beating his 19 points from a couple games ago, Beast will be interviewed by Aaron.
好，我们在赛后要访问到的就是今天攻下本土最高分21分野兽林志杰。杰哥，今天在小巨蛋超过了13500人进场看你打球，先跟他们说几句话好不好？
哇，满场的现场朋友们，今天有你们来，所以我的第一节的表现非常的爆，然后也是献给你们的，谢谢。
是，就是因为这么多人来，而且我看到还有很多从海外、从美国飞了15000公里来到台湾看你打球。谈一下今天的比赛好不好？是不是已经准备好用这样子的表现回归给球迷？你第一节就攻下16分，然后整场超过了20分。
其实整场还没开赛的时候，其实心情是蛮复杂的。 可是开始比赛的时候，我就很专注在比赛的执行跟内容。然后教练赛前说，就是每个球员都要有企图心，然后很努力的，就是每个人都可以做你会的东西去表现这样。
今天杰哥打得很好，但我相信在座的各位，还有电视机前面、网络上面的球迷都很关心。刚刚那摔，哇，大家的心跳都真的快被摔出来了。讲一下还好吗？
我更怕吧。对啊，好险，就是目前就是有点不舒服。对，等一下要去看一下。
对，那大家应该最关心的也就是明天的 仪式还有比赛 ，OK 吗？杰哥都准备好了。
当然了，
当然 OK。好，那我们再一次用最热烈的掌声给野兽林志杰。杰哥在画面上面帮我们签名，谢谢。
好的，也请大家别急着离开，在杰哥签完名之后，我们要来请杰哥现场来签小篮球，并且要来送给现场的每一位朋友。
Was due to you. And despite his complicated feelings, mixed emotions coming into the game, got focused on the game as Roger and the staff told him that every player needs to contribute and play with some aggression. And then asked about that scary fall in the dust up. He said he was the one that was most worried on the fall. but we'll get checked out and asked if he'll be ready for tomorrow. He said he will. Now, hopefully, he'll feel good enough to play in front of tomorrow's expected sellout crowd, but certainly we'll be excited to have the entirety of the Braves send-offs for the greatest of Taiwan basketball history. Kind of look toward the big side of the arena and a deep toss. Maybe they need to direct him to the locker rooms. Oh, we have more giveaways to the upper level even. Lucky recipients of the signed balls. And everyone in the building lucky to be on hand for a momentous occasion. So arrangements will be made to have the post-game concert. If you're interested, tune into the other live streams on our channel. But we thank the pilots for their effort to close the gap in the fourth quarter. But the Braves ultimately rode Linzijie's hot start and were able to take the victory with another inspired performance, of course. We mentioned Archie Goodwin was one of the heroes with 38 points. Well, how about Mbaye with 16 after a few down weeks? He had 16, and of course the new guy, Michael Holyfield, with a game high 15 rebounds. And we'll fix the shooting, as it was a little out of the ordinary for the Braves to play here at Taipei Arena. It is the first time, and perhaps a most significant time, for professional basketball to be in this arena here in the capital. Well, time for number 12 and the Braves to start the recovery process, as they have another game tomorrow night. Don't miss it at 5 p.m. here in Taipei. The Braves will be taking on the Yankee Arc, who now are seeing their elimination number at E3. Braves to advance to the playoffs is E3, or M3, excuse me. Once again, 114-95 is your final, as we will have to take a break and get to our post game after this.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's crazy.
By the time he's actually joined the varsity team, after hitting a height of 180 centimeters, and the truck was only just entered the world. Yeah.
The year Beach joined Taipei Beer, his first team in his career, driving a form. Wow. Holy hell, man. This is a fun
announced 6 months before me, before they went wrong. played now. Even when you know before I was born out. And he still look like 21.
才出生了，他有红包吗？
哇，应该年纪不小。没有红包。
自觉带领中华队在亚锦赛重返四强那一年，游泳算完成篮球生涯的历史。哇！对一下，你怎么知道？
Not many have moved from their seats as the post-game concert is still moments away from commencing. Chen's away on the left and Huang Toutao on the right provide the Mandarin commentary. I'm Ryan Chen, proud to commentate for the last parts of 6 seasons in the Plus League, which coincides with Lin Zijie's countdown to his legendary career's retirement. Who was the highest local scorer with 21 points to his name, a personal season high. His career high in the Plus League is 28, way far away from his 43 points at multiple times over his career. And that leads us to just halfway to his perfect send-off tomorrow night against the expansion Yankee Arc. The Braves will have a chance to get to magic number 1 with a win. The Arc trying to stave off elimination and continue the season.
因为那时候好像是应该是选队，
就是你那个野兽战队跟少侠战队，对。
Well, with everything wrapped in the celebration of 12, you're seeing the specially featured Beast basketball at the table, along with a perhaps statue. And of course, the stand-up figurine. All of that and more in tomorrow's affair. If you're planning attending, it'll be a raucous event. We'll see if the Braves can have a repeat performance. Once again, tomorrow at 5 p.m. from Taipei Arena. But for today's game, I've been Ryan Chen. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
赛后。
有了，已经出去了。我还说谁出去？